joined by Bill Kitson on the Talk Back this evening from the United Way, and you've got a big event coming up here, and it's going to be really good because you're going to be digging in on an important issue in this community, education. Now, it's being held next week, July 19th at Leverett School. It's an education town hall. Tell people what it's going to be about.
Well, for the last year, we've been going out into the community and meeting with different community groups. We've had 32 different meetings, over 800 people that we've met with, and so it's an opportunity for us to report back what we heard from people in the neighborhoods, what they're facing, what their aspirations are, and what they're willing to do to help.
I obviously don't want to give it all away today, but what was the #1 thing you heard, biggest issue?
Well, it won't surprise you. The #1 issue that they face is safety. And safety
in the schools or in the neighborhoods?
Safety in the neighborhoods. Imagine sending your kid off to school, walking down the street. You don't know if you can walk down the street. One mom reported, I feel like a bad mom because I can't let my kids go out and play. And so that whole aspect of safety. And really the safety issue is part of connected to the community. So they're concerned about safety and they want to be connected to their community. So that community connectedness piece is important. And these neighborhoods right now are isolated.
Do you think, now, how can you reconnect them? I mean, you're a good organization, but you can't be everywhere all the time.
Well, that's one of the reasons why we started to go out and listen to the community. Because at the end of the day, we really can't do that. You can't throw enough money at the problem to solve it.
Yeah.
People have to be involved in their own solution. And so the conversation was about, what do you want to do? What do you want to see? What are your aspirations? And what we want to try to do is help neighborhoods do this work, help them meet the goals that they have. And we found a community, and we found a neighborhood that was interested and engaged. They just didn't know what to do and how to connect. So that's what we hope to do.
Is it difficult to try to get the people that don't care, that don't want to listen to you, to be part of the solution instead of part of the problem?
Well, to say they don't care or don't want to listen, they care. Everyone cares. There's no one out there saying, screw my kids.
Right.
I mean, they do care.
Right.
The bottom line, however, is they don't know how to get connected. And quite honestly, if me, Bill Kitson, President of the United Way, walks through their neighborhood, I am so not authentic to them. So the reality is, they want to do something, they just don't know how to act.
How about parents? When you're doing your research on this, how involved are parents? How involved do parents need to be?
Well, the reality is parents are not very involved. We know that. We heard from teachers when we met with teachers. They're very concerned about parents and their lack of involvement. But on the other side, we heard from parents saying, I do want to be involved. I do want to make a difference in my kid's life. I don't know how. And they reported back that they felt that the schools were uninviting. Well, think about it. Be a parent, be in that situation. Come to the parent-teacher conference at 7 o'clock tonight. Well, at 7 o'clock tonight, I might be on second shift. My husband might be on the overnight shift.
Right.
I still got to feed my kids. I got to find a way to keep my home life stable enough so that the kid can survive, let alone get all the homework done and everything else. And quite honestly, many of these people did not have great academic experiences themselves, so the school isn't exactly a warm and open place to them.
But it seems like the school is trying to make it a warm and inviting place. They may just not feel it because of their situation. So can you make the situation better, or do you just think you need to make all sides understand everybody and then go from there?
Well, there are lots of things that are going on right now. I mean, we're going to talk that night about some of the things that we're facing. We're going to talk about schools as hubs. That's why we chose Leverett to have the conversation, because we're going to embrace the neighborhood, embrace the community, and go actually use the school as a hub to go out into the neighborhood to try to help neighbors, to try to create the kind of neighborhood that everyone would like to live in, that connectedness. And we're also going to do things to get other people into the neighborhood and into the schools. The reality is there's not a conversation I have out there where someone doesn't say, well, what can I do about education, because I want to help.
Right.
So we're going to talk about what's next and how we can make a difference.
Okay, so that is next Tuesday, July 19th at Leverett. Just come up, no tickets, no nothing like that, just show up.
Free education town hall, 5:30, and there'll be dinner at 7.
Okay, Bill, thanks very much for your time. We
Thank you.
appreciate it, and that's your Talk Back.